Hi, I'm Sandy Schreck here for Limbush Roses, and today we're going to be designing a trans-seasonal design for your Thanksgiving table using some of the new products that I've gotten. I got these great olive colored pumpkins that really work well in that trans-seasonal look, and then also a new feature item that we have as item of the day, we actually have on sale right now, is this copper metallic garland. So it can be cut in a number of pieces, just used on a vase, but today we're going to use it to do some of the runner style designs. So this is a double brick tray that we sell here, also available in a single and a triple. But we see so many of the vents that are happening using those long runners down the table for weddings and such. And so that's the mechanic I actually use for that. And we just started here. So it's one brick and it's actually cut in half the long way and placed in and then just taped on. Then I just started greening with some of my holiday greens using longer pieces and coming in, and so I'm doing one insertion and getting a lot of coverage. So I started with cedar, and then I'm going to add a little bit of aganis coming in and doing those longer insertions, letting them drip over rather than cut them into such smaller pieces. And then our flowers are going to come and poke through that and then actually bring some of that down a little bit more into the arrangement. Then at the end I will tuck a few more greens in just to finish it up, but aganis adding some of our weight through the middle. Then we're just going to come in and bring this garland right over the top, and you just can see how beautifully that adds in that beautiful touch. And then styrofoam pumpkins, and we added a wood pick to them to bring those in. We're just going to extend that down the length of the table. Then I wanted some of that green antique hydrangeas. They came in a little greener than I wanted, so I used some Jesser flowers, purple pansy, and delphinium blue to get a little bit more of that antique color on there. So I didn't really attach the garland in, but it's actually going to kind of get pinned in by poking flowers throughout it, throughout the design. So coming in with some of the carnations. Right now there's really a lot of really cool variegated carnations, updated colors, but just coming in with a little bit of that and a couple groupings coming across. And if I do it on coming out this side, I'm going to come out this side so that I kind of have that S pattern going through my design and really creating that depth and dimension on how your eye just wanders through the design. And then putting them in multiples of 2 so that they have friends together, and so it's not quite so dotty and the whole pattern ties together. So with trans-seasonal arrangements, we want to think about longer lasting flowers. Here I am putting in some roses. This variety is called Ascot, and it's kind of a purple tone, and so you can see I've got coppers and purples going on, and because I have that thinner brick of foam in there, you can see I'm coming in with like sideways insertions so that I can get a good insertion into that foam and feel like it's gonna travel. And I just busted that carnation. That was an oops maneuver. So even though the foam's not that deep, and I do this too with my funeral work, wreaths and garlands, come in with a sideways insertion so that I can feel like I can have a lot more depth in on that insertion. So I did the same kind of thing, a little bit of a winding motion through there, and then just to get a strong focal connection in through the middle. Adding some unusual elements in will really elevate your design work. So here I have actually a leucadendron, which is a protea. Really fits really, really well in this coloration. And we know that it's a long-lasting flower, so when we're selling trans-seasonal arrangements, you want to think about long-lasting and potentially dryability. So the hydrangeas actually will dry within the design, and as well as the roses. May not look so good, but they would pass. And then lastly, just coming in with some textural elements. So I'm going to just do a couple groupings of the grasses here, just to add a little bit more height and dimension. And I'm just laying the two stems in together and doing them as one insertion. So every insertion, of course, costs money, and so if we can lay some of those together, you're going to be better off in the long run, more profitable. And then lastly, just adding in. So now there might be some places that I have holes, and so I'm going to come in with the seeded eucalyptus and finish up my greening. It adds that extra textural element into the design, and also will finish up anywhere that I might have a hole in my greens. And then lastly, we just would want to shape out this garland a little bit more so that all of those metallic elements are able to be seen. Just adding that whole different textural element into your design. But this is my, oh, this pumpkin's turning a little bit. So trans-seasonal design for your Thanksgiving table. Hope you